Have you ever stopped for a second and asked yourself this question? What if the money you normally make in one whole year could come to you in just 1 month? At first, that sounds impossible. It sounds like something only the rich and famous could do. But the truth is, it's not only possible, it has already been done by thousands of ordinary people who discovered how money really works. And once you understand this, you'll never see your job, your salary, or even your own potential the same way again. So stay till the end of the video for a step-by-step strategy for you. And let's get started. When I first heard someone say this, I thought they were exaggerating. I thought it was just motivational talk meant to get people excited. But then I realised it wasn't. The reason is simple. Most people don't fail because they aren't smart enough or hard-working enough. They fail because they've never been taught the real rules of money. Think about it. You go to school for years. You learn how to read, how to do math, how to write essays, maybe even how to solve complex problems. But do they ever sit you down and explain how to actually make money, how to multiply money, how to create money while you sleep? They don't. And that's why most people get trapped in the cycle of working harder and harder, but never seeing the kind of growth they dream about. Let me share a quick story. Years ago, there was a man who was completely broke. He had debts, no degree, no real business skills. He was working a small job that barely paid the bills. But in less than a year, he went from making about $4,000 a year to $15,000 every month. Imagine that jump. From being completely broke to suddenly earning, in a single month, what used to take him 4 entire years. Now here's the key. He didn't suddenly become a genius. He didn't win the lottery. He didn't inherit money. What he did was understand that money is not about luck or intelligence. Money follows laws, just like gravity does. And if you understand these laws, money begins to flow to you, not away from you. There's a line that says, when money starts coming in great quantities, it flows as easily as water rolling downhill. Think about that image. Once you position yourself on the right side of money's flow, it's almost effortless. The current pulls you forward. But most people, unfortunately, get stuck on the wrong side of the stream. Instead of being pulled toward abundance, they get dragged into scarcity, debts, and stress. To position yourself well, the first step is to create a second income. And it's not difficult. Just open a faceless YouTube channel, since YouTube is now on easy mode. And to understand how to do it, join my free Telegram community with the link below. So the first secret to turning your yearly income into your monthly income is this. You must get on the right side of that stream. You must start thinking differently about money, because everything begins with how you think. If you believe making 10 times more is impossible, it will remain impossible. If you believe it is possible and learn the methods, then it becomes not only possible, but predictable. Now let's get practical. There is a law that explains exactly how much money you are capable of earning. It's called the law of compensation. And it says your income will always be in direct proportion to 3 things. First, the need for what you do. Second, your ability to do it. And third, how difficult it is to replace you. If you think about it, the first part is already handled. The world already needs countless things: services, skills, products, solutions. The third part is also handled if you master the second, which means the real focus for you is this: improving your ability, your skills, your mastery. The better you become, the harder you are to replace, and the more money naturally flows to you. But that's only the beginning. Because improving your skill alone doesn't explain how to turn your yearly income into your monthly income. That transformation comes when you stop relying on just one strategy of making money. Let me explain. There are 3 main strategies people use to earn. The first one is what 96% of people do. They trade time for money. They work a job. They get paid by the hour, or by the week, or by the month. And the problem with this strategy is obvious. There are only 24 hours in a day. No matter how smart you are, no matter how much effort you put in, you will eventually hit a ceiling. You'll run out of time. That's why most people never break free. The second strategy is used by a smaller group. This is when you invest money to earn money. This is powerful, but it requires either a lot of capital or a lot of skill. That's why so many people lose money when they first try to invest. They simply don't know what they're doing. But the third strategy is the 1% strategy. And this is where the magic happens. This is how the wealthy multiply their income, and this is how they often make, in a month, what others make in a year. This strategy is called multiple sources of income. Now let's pause here, because when people hear multiple sources of income, they think it means multiple jobs. No, that's not it at all. Multiple jobs just means you're exhausting yourself faster. What we are talking about here are income sources that work for you, even when you're not working. For example, imagine you build an online store that sells products. Once it's set up, people can buy while you sleep. That's an income source. Or you create a digital course that teaches something you know. Every time someone purchases, money flows in, even though you recorded it months ago. Or you invest in real estate. And every month rent money comes in without you actively working for it. Or the better choice now, open a faceless YouTube channel that will make you earn while you sleep thanks to all the views. These are income sources. And the key is not to rely on just one, but to build many of them. Some may be big, some may be small. But together they create a river of money that keeps flowing into your account. Think about how powerful this is. If you had just one job and you lost it, your income goes to zero. But if you had 10 sources of income, even if one stopped, 9 are still flowing. That's the difference between financial stress and financial freedom. And here's the thing, it has never been easier in history to set up multiple sources of income than it is today. The internet has completely changed the game. You can reach people all over the world. You can sell products, ideas, services, knowledge. You can create something once and get paid for it over and over again. That's the exact strategy wealthy people use. They don't rely on one paycheck. They set up systems. They set up businesses. They set up investments. They set up royalties. They set up partnerships. They let money come to them from every angle. And that is how they turn yearly income into monthly income. A very clear example is me. I started by opening a YouTube channel. It went well, and I started investing. Then I opened my company, and many other things. But I am nothing different from you. You can do it too. But here's something you must remember. This is not about being a genius. It's not about luck. It's about mindset and action. You have to unlearn what you've been taught about money, because most of what we were taught no longer works in today's world. There's a saying that the illiterate of this century will not be the ones who can't read and write, but the ones who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. That means you must be willing to let go of old ideas about money and open yourself to new ones. The world is changing fast. It's not getting bigger. It's getting smaller, more connected, and more full of opportunity. Right now, you could be sitting in one country and earning money from customers in another continent, all without leaving your home. That is the power of multiple sources of income. So let's circle back to the original question. How do you turn your yearly income into your monthly income? You do it by refusing to rely on just one stream. You do it by focusing on creating multiple streams, by mastering skills that increase your value, and by setting up systems that work for you, even when you're not working. The size of each stream doesn't matter as much as the fact that they all flow into the same bank account. Some may be small, some may be big, but together they build up faster than you can imagine. And the moment you experience money coming in while you're asleep, your entire perspective will shift. You'll realise that this was the secret wealthy people knew all along. Now, I want you to ask yourself something. How much do you want? Not how much you need to survive, not how much your boss thinks you deserve, but how much do you truly want? Because once you understand this principle, the limit is not fixed. You decide. Imagine your yearly income, the number you normally see after 12 long months of work. Now imagine that number showing up in your account every 30 days. That is not a fantasy. That is what happens when you build multiple sources of income and position yourself on the right side of money's flow. And remember this, if you don't learn how to create income, you'll always be trapped in trading time for money. And no matter how good you are, you only have so much time. But if you learn how to set up systems, how to multiply your efforts, how to attract money instead of chasing it, then your growth is unlimited. So here's the challenge for you. Don't just listen to this and move on. Think deeply about where you are right now. Think about how many sources of income you have. If the answer is only one, you now know why your growth feels capped. But if you start creating more, step by step, your income will not just grow, it will multiply. This is how you turn your yearly income into your monthly income. Not by working yourself to death, not by relying on luck, but by shifting your mindset, by learning the real rules of money, and by building streams that never stop flowing. The choice is yours. You can keep following the old path, trading time for money, stuck in the same cycle, year after year. Or you can step into the new path, where money comes to you from everywhere, and your yearly income transforms into your monthly income. That's the real secret. And now that you know it, the next move is up to you, and it could be to join my free Telegram community with the link below. See, YouTube is the greatest opportunity right now because it's literally blowing up any small channel that does things right as we teach you. So join now. If you found value here, smash the subscribe and like button, and I'll see you soon in the Telegram community. I'll wait for you. Just a reminder, I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for educational purposes only, and any results depend on your own decisions and actions.